Hello everyone, welcome to Global Online. This is Dr. Swati is here. Am I audible? Screen is visible to you. Let me know so I can start today's session as early as possible. Okay, audio is okay. Video is visible. Now start without delay. Okay. So a very good evening to all of you, the students who are preparing for the UGCNET June 2025 for especially for the commerce and management. So as you know that here we are continuing with our Maha marathon session. Okay, and this is our day 8, and here we are going to be discuss the most expected MCQs which I have analyzed from last 12 years of PYQs which has been asked in your question paper. So let's start with the today's session. That first question which is in your screen. Followings are the two statements is given to you. That is first one, that is your assertion, and second one, that is the reasoning. So assertion is given to you and the reason is explain that assertion very well or not. So we have to recognize that. Okay. So first assertion is giving to you in your question, that is management is mainly associated with economic affair. This is assertion, and reason is given behind of that is big business houses are the result of effective financial management. Now when we are talking about the assertion, so as you know that the management is, isn't it, management is mainly associated with the economic affair. When we study about the management, so what we study in a management, so especially student, you have to understand one thing, that is management, it's not only associate with the only with the economic affair. There are lots of things that we have to study in the management. That is management is managing something, and how do you manage the things? When you are making planning, okay, when you're making planning, your and that planning you have to organize very well. Okay. Okay, and when you are leading that planning and the things very well, and you have a full control on that, so that is your controlling. So these are the various domains we have to study in the management. So the various domains like we have human resources, okay, operations, finance, marketing, that the overall things that we have studied in the management. So management is extend beyond just economic affairs to include the strategy, isn't it? It's included leadership, it's included decision making. Okay, so this is a wrong statement. Either we can say this is an incorrect statement, because it's not mainly associated with the economic affair. Whenever we are studying about the management, we see all the most important aspect of planning, organizing, leading and controlling. Okay, so this is a management. So according to the statement, according to the assertion, this particular assertion is wrong over here. Okay, either we can say wrong, either we can say incorrect. Now moving toward the reason. So as I assertion is incorrect, so the reason is not going to match with this, but individually we have to see that that particular statement, the reason statement, isn't it correct or not. Okay, so now reason is giving, that is big business houses are the result of effective financial management. Now student, what do you mean by the effective financial management? Okay, so as you know that effective financial management play a very important role for the growth of the organization, for the success of the organization, isn't it? So this is a very important role for any big business house. Now, in a financial management, we study, or we see that how the business collect or allocate his capital, how he manage his budgeting, how he's make a investment decision, and how it's control his financial, either we can say it's financial expenses for the business, isn't it? So as you know that big business houses are the result of the effective financial management. Yes, this is true. Yes, this is true. This is correct statement, because the big business houses mainly focus on the financial management. That financial management includes your how to collect, how to allocate the proper capital, budgeting, investment decision, this kind of things. Okay, so yes, but yes, this is also true. It's not only it's mainly, it's not only the factor that is the financial management have, but other factors that we have also keep in our mind, that is marketing, HR, and the operations are also contribute for the big business houses. So yes, statement reason is correct, and assertion is incorrect. So simply the assertion is incorrect, but reason is correct in isolation. Yes, the separately that is correct. Okay. So here, as you know, that is right answer will be option number C. If you have any query, if you have any things that you are unable to understand, please ask me. I am here with you. I am live here with you. Okay. Okay. So student, I am here with my our new course of new batch of our complete course of commerce and management. Those students who are preparing for the June 2025 net examination. So here you will get 20% off on the fees. So the 8,000 rupees, if you register yourself for the paper to either for the commerce, either for the management, so here you will get complete paper 1 free of cost. Okay, so here you will get daily live lectures, recorded session. In case you are not unable, if you are unable, or if you want to see again the session, so recorded session is also available, student. And here you will get complete syllabus notes in PDF format. Along with that 100% syllabus we are covering over here. Along with that, we have a revision sessions for you, and this revision session is we are done with the we are doing with the we will be doing with the help of PYQs, and on the analysis, with the help of analysis of this PYQs, we make most expected MCQs, which we have seen in the last question paper. This have been asked in your question paper. Okay. Now full syllabus mock test is available over here, 4000 MCQ series with detailed explanation, PYQs with detailed explanation, student. So if you have any queries along with that, you can contact with this your contact number, so you will get all the information. Okay. Moving toward, that is how to download the global liner. Just go to Google Play Store, and then you have to, if you want to see the demo session, if you want to register, then you have to download the global online from the Google Play Store. Then you have to register with mobile number. Once you register, you can see there is a my course section. Either you can search it, in that my course section you have to search whatever the course you want, you will get that. Okay, actually it's on the screen, so it will be easy, it is easier to join. Okay. Now what you will get over here, in a very systematic manner, unit revise folder is given to you, and in that folder you will get all the recorded sessions, video sessions, PDF notes. Okay, mock tests, and all of this, not only for the paper 2, also the same way for the paper 1. Okay, so without wasting our time and moving toward the next one question that we have, matching the pair. Okay, match the pair. So list number A and list number B is given to you. That is Mac George. Okay, is the author's name or a propounder's name, and in the left side, in your right side, that is in the list number B, that you will see there is theories. Okay, who propound that particular theory. So here the Mac George, you can match the Mac George with your yes, theory of x and y. Okay, theory of x and y you can match with x. Theory of x and y is propounded by the Mac George. Then expectancy theory. Okay, so when we are talking about the expectancy theory, there is Michael and Ouch. No. So the expectancy theory is not matched with this one. Now you can situational leadership. Okay, so you can easily match this situational leadership with your band card, H band card. Okay, H band card. Then needs theory. So needs theory you have to match with Macland. Okay, this is need theory. Then theory of Z. So theory of that Z you have to match with Ouch. Okay, so this is the way you can match. So according to this, what will be your right answer? Option number B will be the right answer. Okay, yes. Now moving toward the next question. In an employee selection process, okay, this is from HR, human resource management. So here, in an employee selection process, which of the following is not a popular form of personality test? First one, that is a thematic appreciation test, TAT. Then Meyer Brigger type indicator, MBIT. Then Hammond brain dominance instrument, HBDI. Then Rorschach blot test. Okay, RBT. Now first of all you have to understand what is in the what are the what are the employee selection process. Okay, so employee selection process is the personality test. In the employee selection process, when we use a personality test, are used to assess the candidate trends. Okay, trends, either you can say trends, you can say motivation. Okay, motivations, and cognitive style, and his cognitive style. Okay, cognitive styles. So here the thematic appreciation test, this particular option number A, this is it's a kind of a projective personality test. Okay, so this is a projective personality test. So here is the question is asked is not. Okay, so TAT is a personality test, where in this test candidate interpret ambiguous picture. Okay, and use his psychological assignment and recruitment to understand the person's motives, emotions, and the conflict. So this personality test help the organization to understand the person's motive, understand the person's emotions and the conflicts. Okay, this is we have studied in thematic appreciation test, TAT. Okay, then next one, that is Meyer Brigger type indicators. So in this test, this is widely we use psychometric tools. Okay, for the psychometric tools we use that, and that categorize the individual into 16 personality. Okay, this is 16 personality, in 16 personality types, and these personality types is based on the preference in the perception perception and the judgment. Okay, and this is we oftenly use in the career counseling, or oftenly we use in the workplace assessment. Okay, so this is in this particular MIBT, this is a kind of your psychological tool. Okay, here psychological tool they use, and here they use 16 personality, and this personality is based on the perception of an individual and the judgment of an individual. Understand? Now the next one, that is Herman brain dominance instrument. This is not actually a personality test, actually it is your cognitive, this is your cognitive preference model. Okay, this is your cognitive preference model, and this model focus on the brain dominance. Okay, and this they actually not they are actually giving or based on the brain model, not on the personality trend. Okay, so whatever is happening in our brain, how it is working and what is happening, so actually it's a test of brain, not a personality. Okay, so that's why this is option number C is not a type of personality trait. Now the Rorschach blot test, this test is a is also a personality test, because this is a, you can see the projective test that evaluate the personality based on how the person is interpreting the abstract of in blocked. Okay, and is used in clinical psychology, but sometime applied to the high stake hiring, like generally this stage this particular test used in military. Okay, in military or intelligence agency, IA. Okay, intelligence agencies they use this kind of test. Okay, understand? So the personality test is T18, personality test is MBIT, personality test is RBIT. Okay, HBDI, that means brain dominance, is related to your it's not related to the performance. Okay, it's or it's related to your uh, uh, brain. Okay, so option number C will be the right answer, because question is asked is not. Okay, C will be the right answer. Now moving toward the next one, that is again the two statement is given to you, that you have to find out which one will be your right answer. Okay, so statement number 1, that is high moral lends to high productivity. Statement number 2, high moral need not necessarily lend to the high productivity. Okay, so first of all, the first statement is a correct statement. And how is it correct? Because high moral tend to the high productivity, because if the person is or the employee is highly motivated, highly satisfied, or if he is highly satisfied too, he love to engage in their work, and he want to work harder and committed, and leading to increase the productivity. Okay, so always these things was to increase, because he is highly moral high moral lends to the high productivity. So this is true statement. Okay, now moving toward the next one, that is high moral need not necessarily lends to be high productivity. uh, so actually, while moral is an important factor, isn't it, but it is not the only determinants of the productivity, because the factors such as how many skill level or how much skill level he has, or technologically improved, techno savvy. Okay, then work processes, and management style also play a crucial role. Okay, then employee might have high moral but lack of direction, so efficiency or necessary resources leads to the low productivity. So that's why both the statements are true, but they represent the different perspective of the moral productivity relationship. Understand? Because both statement, because a high moral leads to high productivity, high moral need not necessarily leads to high productivity. So both the statements are correct. Both statements are, I know this question is confusing, but here both the statements are correct because both represent the different perspective of the moral productivity in relationship. Understand? So that's why the both these statements are correct over here. Okay, we get confused because in the first statement there is a positive word, and in the just in the second statement there is a negative word is used, but both having the same meaning or the different perspective. Okay, so that's why both the statements are true. Understand? Now moving toward the next question, that is a type of career intervention that lead with the psychosocial issue of the employee is known as option number A coaching, option number B counseling, option number C mentoring, option number D guiding. Okay, so when we are talking about the career types of career intervention that focus on the psychosocial issue, okay, so of the well-being, okay, so aspect of the employee well-being, it helps to the individual. Actually this social psychosocial things will helps to the individual to deal with the stress, help with the to deal with the personal issue. It helps to give job satisfaction, either you can say the job dissatisfaction. Okay, emotional emotional challenges. Okay, and career uncertainty. Career uncertainty, isn't it? So that's why here we this actually affect the performance. So it is when we are talking about the coaching, when we are talking about the mentoring and guiding, so these are the more focus on this all are more focus on development or the skill development of an individual. Okay, so or it's talking about the professional growth, isn't it? So that's why these option number A, C and D coaching, mentoring and guiding, so these actually this are done by the organization to enhance the skill, to develop the skill. Okay, but the question is, in this particular question they are talking about the types of career intervention that deal with the psychosocial issue of employee. So when they are suffering from some psychosocial issue, they need the counseling, isn't it? So that's why the right answer for this question will be option number B, isn't it? Counseling. Now moving toward the next one, that is a strategy of lowering the price from the actual price to trigger the short term sale is known as. Okay, so option number 1 promotional pricing, B short term pricing, C quick pricing and cyclical pricing. So as you know that is the in this question the strategies is asked, the strategy of lowering the price, lowering the price, they want to lower the price from the actual price to trigger the short term sale. Okay, so this kind of strategy, we said this is your promotional pricing, because in the promotional pricing, this is the pricing strategy where company temporarily reduce the price of product of the various goods or the services to increase the short term sale. And they just, why they doing this kind of thing, to want to attract the customer, create the urgency for purchase. Okay, and this may include the discount, limited time offer, seasonal sales, or you can say special promotion to drive in the demand. Now we are, now today's, if you want to go for the shopping, you will get some kind of discount or some kind of offer in the name of Akshay Tritiya, isn't it? So this kind of offer they carry for to trigger the short term sale. Okay, and other option that we have, that is short term pricing and quicker pricing or the cyclical pricing are not commonly used, or we can say um, recognized or the standard pricing strategy in the market. Okay, so yes, option number A will be the right answer for this question. Now moving toward the next one, that is statement number 1. Again, the false, true, false, you have to recognize, you have to identify. First statement: measuring performance of employees help in production innovation. Okay, statement number 2: the practices of assigning right job to a candidate is called induction. And statement number 3, that is white collar worker is someone who does mental work rather than the physical work. Okay, so first statement we have, that is measuring performance of employees helps in production innovation. Actually, whenever company measure the performance of a employee, it's actually is not lead to the production innovation, because measuring employee performance has helped in improving the efficiency. Okay, or to motivation, or in the kind of a decision making, but does not directly lead to the production innovation. Okay, so yes, here option number, the statement number 1 is wrong, it's incorrect. Okay, now that is when we are talking about the innovation, it comes from the research, isn't it? It's come from the creativity, it's come from the market demand. Yes, so this is all from the your, how much you're researching for that, how much you having the creativity in that particular area, what is the actual market condition or market demand for that particular product. So it's depend on this factor, not in the performance of employee. Okay, so statement number 1 is incorrect over here. Now the statement moving toward the statement number 2. So yes, statement number 1 is incorrect. Statement number 2: the practice of assigning right job to a candidate is called as induction. So as you know, induction is what? Induction is the process of introducing a new employee, isn't it? A new employee to the company, that is your induction. Okay, and to the company, or you can say the culture and other things. Okay, this is your induction. Now what is the exact or the correct terms of assigning the right job to the candidate is placement. Okay, so here is not induction, the practice of assigning right job to candidate, this is we called as placement, not a induction, because induction is introducing a new employee. Okay, but induction is a different thing. Placement, you can say this is a placement. So yes, statement number 2 will be the false. Okay, now statement number 3, that is white collar worker is someone who does mental work rather than the physical work. So this is absolutely true, because white collar workers are professional who perform administrative, managerial, or the knowledge base asked rather than the physical labors, isn't it? So yes, statement number 3 will be the right answer. Right, sorry, true. So first false, second false, and option number D will be the right answer. Okay, D will be the right answer. D, yes. Okay. Now moving toward the next question, that is again the assertion reason question is given to you. That is, assertion is MBO management by objective is an effective way of planning an organization. Reason given behind of that, that is employee participation in setting objective. Okay, so first statement is true, as you know, that is you know about the MBO management by objective. It's a nothing but your goal setting approach, isn't it? Is it your goal setting approach? Okay, and this actually MBO is helps in the organizational helps in systematic planning and organizing individual objective with organization goals. So it's actually clearly improve the coordination and accountability in the management. Okay, and the reason given behind of that is employee practices in setting objective. So this is also true, because in MBO employees actively participate in the defining their objective and making their more engagement and committed to the achieving them. Okay, so that's why R is not a correct explanation for, as you know, the for the assertion. But yes, they both are the true, but R is not correctly explained this. So option number B will be the right answer. Okay, now the next question that we have, which of the followings is or are the key component of the business processes re-engineering the program? So first one, that is product developing, service delivery, customer satisfaction. So first of all, students, business process re-engineering program, this is a kind of strategy. Okay, this is a kind of strategy. This strategy involves radical redesigning of business process to improve the efficiency and effectiveness, and you can say customer satisfaction. Okay, customer satisfaction. And they the key component behind of this business process re-engineering program, this include what, your product development. This also include, okay, product and development is include. This business process re-engineering helps in streamlining the product development and reducing the time to the market and ensure the better resources utilization. So when they are processing this kind of thing, this is related with your service delivery, because they are reducing the time marketing, they ensure the better resources utilization. So this things will be connected with your service delivery. Okay, then the next one, that is customer satisfaction. So yes, business process, so the re-engineering program, it's help us to satisfy the customer. Okay, so to meet the customer needs faster and with a high quality. So yes, this is also true, that is customer satisfaction. So actually the business process re-engineering program, it's having the aim to improve the efficiency, it's having the aims to lead to the better customer experience, meeting their needs more effectively. This is the basic component of the key component of the business processing re-engineering program to develop the product, to develop the services, and to satisfy the customer. This is a basic, this is a key component of any BPR, isn't it? So yes, option number 1, 2, 3, D will be the right answer. Okay, moving toward the next question that we have. Assertion is given to you, and you have to okay. Now the next one, that is assertion, cooperation and coordination are the same concept. Reason, both are required to achieve the organization goal. Okay, so understand first of all, um, first assertion is false. Why? First of all, understand the cooperation and coordination. Look over here, cooperation and coordination are not the same concept, because when we are talking about the cooperation, it actually refers to the individual or the group. Okay, either they are cooperate individually, either they are cooperate group. Cooperation is basically willing working together toward the common goal, that is cooperation. Okay, but when we are talking about the coordination, it refers to the systematic arrangement of activities which helps to increase the efficiency or achieving their objective. So yeah, so that's why both are not the same concept. One side cooperation is talking about they willing to working together, and the coordination talking about the systematic arrangement. It's not necessary cooperation as lead to the coordination. Okay, and it's not necessary if there is a coordination there is a corporation. So there is something that is missing. Okay, and when we are talking about the reasons, so first, as you know, this is false. Okay, reason, both are required to achieve the organization. Yes, I agree with this, because both are important. If the both the corporation coordination is play a very important role for the any organization, because corporation ensure the willing participation, and while the coordination ensure the effective integration of the activity. If the both the things are working together effectively, so it will help through the organization to goal to achieve their goal very faster. Okay, so as you know, that is the first assertion is false and the R is true. Okay, so D option will be the right answer. Now moving toward the next question, that we have lots of questions, so I'm taking a little bit faster. Okay, what is the minimum maximum limit in rupees prescribed by the RTGS? What is the full form of RTGS? Real time gross settlement. Okay, so as you know, this is the system used for the high value transaction. Okay, we RTGS we use for the high value transaction where the funds are settled in the real time. Okay, and the gross basis. So here minimum limit for the RTGS is 2 lakh. Okay, and only for the large value transaction, and maximum limit, no upper maximum limit is given. So you can easily match the option number C with that. Minimum prescription limit is 2 lakh and there is no maximum limit. Okay, yes, C option. Moving toward the next one, that is a draft purchase from the bank is reported lost and the purchaser want to stop the payment. Which of the following will be true? Okay, so what you have to choose at that time, if you have lost your draft, okay, and you reported to the bank, that is you lost your draft and purchaser want to stop the payment. So what you do, bank cannot stop the payment since it is a promissory note. Okay, and the bank cannot stop the payment since it's a recover under the negotiable instrument. Bank would issue this issue stop payment instruction only after the 2 week from the date of issue of draft. Bank can ask the purchaser to suffer for negligence and bank cannot help. So yes, obviously option number D will not be the right answer. You can easily eliminate this. Okay, now first, when we are to be moving toward the first one, that is bank cannot stop payment since it is a promissory note. So this is true because the bank is the only issue the draft. Okay, and meaning it's already been taken the liability for the payment. So when we're talking about the bank draft is different from the check. Okay, so check can be stopped by the drawer, or but a draft are obligation to the bank itself. Okay, so they cannot stop it. So option number A will be the right answer. Okay, or suppose what happened in case of loss of draft. In that condition, the purchaser of that draft is must file an indemnity bond with the bank, or bank may issue the duplicate draft after the verification. So this is there is a possibility that will be happen. Okay, then next question, option number A will be the right answer. Now next question, that is option number A. This is bank's name is given to you, and you have to find out which kind of bank this is. So as you know, that is ICICI Bank is a private sector bank. Okay, so you can easily match with this one. Then you know, Bank of India is a public sector bank. Okay, then Standard and Chartered Bank, these are the bank whose are the foreign bank. NABARD, as you know, this is NABARD, this is your development bank. Okay, so you can easily match the option number C. The next question, a check drawn for Amit Kumar or order is stolen. The theft made an endorsement as Amit Kumar on the check in his favor. The check is presented in clearing and paid by the bank. The owner later on send a legal notice to the bank. And what is the liability of the bank? Okay, so what is the liability over here to the bank? uh, Foreign does not give any right to the bank, hence the liability for fraudulent practices. So this is not true, this is false, because because the forgery normally does not pass a valid title, but section 85 protect the paying bank if it is act in the good faith. Okay, so this is not true. Then the paying bank will get a protection under the NI. So in this this is also incorrect, because in section 85 actually the protect bank is not make it liable. Okay, it's not make it liable for these things. Actually, just give me yes, option number B will be the right answer, because the paying bank will get a protection under the NI. Yes, this is true, because the paying bank will get a protection under the AI AI Act. Okay, so this is true, they get a protection. But when you're talking under section 85, the paying bank is liable. So no, the paying bank will not be liable, because in section 131 paying bank is liable. So this is actually, this is also not true, because it's deal with the protection from the collecting the bank, not paying the bank. Okay, it's not for the paying the bank, this section is for the collecting. Okay, collecting from the bank. So yes, option number B will be the right answer for this question. Now moving toward the next one, that is statement number 123. So the transaction of the bank account can be viewed through the internet banking. Okay, so transaction of bank account can be viewed through the internet banking. So this is true statement, because in the internet banking allow user to check the account statement, or they can check the transaction history, they can also check their balance online. So this is true, yes. Okay. Next statement, that is money can be transferred through the internet banking. Yes, this is also true because there is a facility of fund transfer, NEFT, RTGS, IMPS, UPI, these are okay. And cash can be withdrawn through the internet banking. No, this is not possible. So for withdrawing we require ATM, bank branch, or cash bank services. Okay. So statement number 1 and 2 is correct over. So option number D will be the right answer. Okay. These are the simply a very simple questions. Okay. Then moving toward the next one, that we have again the match the pair. So in the list number 1 there is an option dealing, private placement, deep discount, law of large number, this kind of things. Actually this is actually a common question. Okay. Everything is taken from the different unit. Okay. So as you know, that is optional dealing. Okay. So option dealing, it's what, it's related to your trading. Okay. It's related to trading. Okay. Here we also use a word that is option contract. Okay. Which are primarily conduct with in which, in the stock exchange, where we do the trading in the stock exchange. So you can match with the A with 1. Then private placement, when we are talking about the private placement, so private placement is a method where new public limited company raise the fund directly selling their securities to selected group of investors, or by the public offering. So this is what private placement you can match with the new public limited company. Okay. Then deep discount, as you know, deep discount is given in the bond of the big company. So deep discount bonds are the long term bonds issued by the big companies at a price significantly lower than the face value and redeemed to the field value of maturity. Okay. So you can match with this one. Then the law of large number. So when we are talking about the law of large number, is a fundamental statistical principle stating that sample size grow. Okay. This is your large law of large number. We study in the sample size, in a statistic, in a probability. Okay. So you can easily match this things with 1 3 2 4 1 3 2 4. So option number C will be the right answer for this particular question. Okay. Then moving toward the next one, that we have, which of the following is not a function of the ruler bank. Okay. Is not. So as you know, the basic features of the ruler bank operate like a regular bank, isn't it? It's operate like a regular bank. Okay. By they, what they do in regular bank, accepting the deposit. Okay. And from the customer. Okay. So this is, so it's not a function of ruler bank. So to accept the deposit, yes they do. Okay. To meet the ruler financial needs, yes they do. To grant advance, yes they also do this, because in the ruler bank offer the loans and the advance to the supporting agriculture and rural development. Okay. And they also meet the rural financial needs. Yes, they also helps too, because they are designed to provide a financial assistance to the assistant to the farmers. Okay. They want to help to the farmer, they want to help to the small business, they want to help to the rural enterprises, isn't it? Now the option number D, to supply the input to farmer, no, they do not do. Actually they only help for the through the finance. Okay. So while rural bank finance farmers to buy input, they do not directly supply the fertilizer. Okay. So input means, so they are not directly input. The sense of input is seeds, seeds, fertilizers. Okay. These are, but they are not actually giving these seeds and fertilizer and machineries to the farmer. They're just helping them to the finance. So this they do not directly supply the fertilizer and seeds or machinery. Okay, so this is the role of the agriculture cooperative, government agency, or the private suppliers, as you know. So yes, option number D will be the right answer, because it's not a function of rural bank. Understand? Now moving toward the next question that we have, again from the banking. Assertion is given: bank globally are facing more challenge now. Okay, uh, yes, this is near about true. Macro sustainability is a necessity but not a sufficient for the sustainable economic growth. So as you know, the bank worldwide are facing increasing challenges due to the economic instability. Here you can see there is an inflation, there is an technological disturbance. Okay, there the regularity in the pressures. Okay, global uncertainty. So while macro sustainability, such as stabling the GDP, inflation control, balancing the fiscal policies, is important. it alone cannot be ensure or long term sustainable economic growth. Other factors are also important, like governance is important, innovations is important, financial inclusion is important. It's also play a very important role. So somehow you can say the bank globally are facing the more challenge now, not only with the help of macro sustainability is necessary, but not sufficient for the sustainable economic growth. So yes, this is true. Yes, this is true, because they also, the points they include the other factors like governance, innovation, financial inclusion. These are important. Now reason is given, that is putting regulation in place is the only one part, and their implementation is equally important for achieving growth and sustainability. So reason given behind of this, that is implementing the effective regulation is essential for any economic stability, and sustainable banking is also important. So putting regulation in place is the only part that either implementation is equally important for achieving the growth and sustainability. However, whenever we are talking about the regulation, is alone are not the only factor for sustainable growth. Yes, okay, and it's also for the economic policy, institution strategies, and market condition is also matter. So yes, here option that assertion is also true, and reason is also true, but you know that reason is not correctly explained to our assertion, because sustainable economic growth depend on multiple factors that beyond the regulation. So that's why it's not correctly explained. So option number B will be the right answer, isn't it? Now the next question that we have, again the statement is given to you that you have to find out which one is true and which one is false. Which one is true, which one is false? Okay, so first statement, the bank's line is an implied pledge. Blank bank's line is an implied pledge. Isn't it true? Yes, this is true, because a lien gives a bank the right to retain the goods. Okay, retain the goods or the services, okay, or the securities of borrower until the date, until a debt is repaid. So this is, yes, this is bank is lien is an implied pledge, so this is true. Then rights of lien and right to set off can be exercised simultaneously at the same time, isn't it? mm, what do you say? No, this is false, because the rights of lien allow bank to retain the customer asset until the debt repayment, but the right to set off allow the bank to adjust the balance in the different account to recover the due. Okay, so these two rights cannot be exercised simultaneously. Either you can say simultaneously, as a lien involve the holding asset, whereas set off involve the adjusting the balance. Okay, so that's why this is a false statement. Okay, and one of the essential, third one, that is one of the essential requirement of the pledge is an actual construction delivery for good pledge, the owner and the pavee to the pavee. Okay, so here you have to understand one of the essential. Here, this is true because in the pledge is given in the Indian Contract Act 1872. In the pledge is required the delivery of goods to the creditor. Who is pavee? E. This is nothing but your creditor. Okay, this is your creditor. So the delivery can be actual or the physical handover, or you can say the constructive, that means symbolic, that is symbolic. Okay, symbolic transfer such as handing over the key to the godown where the goods are stored. So this is so yes, this is true because one of the essential requirement of pledge is actual or the constructive delivery of the goods placed in the power to the power, that means creditor. Okay, so this is also true statement. Now the next one, that is limitation period for fulfilling suit for the sale of mortgage property is the 30-year from the date of mortgage debt become due. So here false, as actually this is false because in the this is all the details is given in the Limitation Act 1963. Okay, the limitation period for the filing suit for the mortgage redemption is foreclosure is to the 12 years, not 30 years. This period starting from the date to the mortgage date become due. Okay, so here the statement number first is true and statement number third is true. First and third one is true, then fourth one is wrong. So first and third one, first and third one is true, so option number B will be the right answer. Okay, yes. Now this is mostly asked in your paper, that is your crawling peg system means. What is the meaning of crawling peg system is? Actually, a developing country oftenly adopt this crawling peg system because they just want to maintain their exchange rate, maintain their exchange rate. Okay, and either they want to make a stability. Okay, stability while allowing the, so stability in their exchange rate. So this is crawling peg system means fixed exchange rate system or floating exchange rate system, hybrid of the fixed and floating rate, or none of the above. So first of all, understand what is the hybrid system. Hybrid system, it's a when we are talking about the hybrid, okay, so hybrid system is a both combination of fixed and floating. Okay, this word is hybrid means combination of exchange and so basically the crawling peak system is helps to adjust gradually, to manage the flexibility, to avoid the market shocking. So actually gradual adjustment it's happen in the central bank periodically adjust the exchange rate in small steps to correct the economic imbalance. Okay, and crawling peaks helps to the managing the flexibility. So actually when we are talking about the fixed system, in the this is in the floating system that was happening in the adjusting the gradually adjustment, and in the flexible managing the flexibility, it's purely fixed system, and in this fixed system it allows some flexibility but unlikely to free float. Okay, so adjustment are control, and another thing that you have to do they use to avoid the market shocks, and this system helps to prevent a sudden exchange fluctuation, ensuring the stability, isn't it? So for example, you have countries with the moderate inflation rate or developing economic often adopt the crawling pegs to make maintain the exchange rate stability while allowing the gradual connection either corrections. Okay, so for the crawling peg system, this is used for maintaining the exchange rate or making the stability, and if they want to making the made the stability, if they want to make a, maintain the correction rate, the both system they have to follow, fixed and floating system they have to control, and this is all happens with the help of hybrid of the fixed and floating system. So the option number C will be the right answer. So thank you so much with thank you for staying at the till the end of the my lecture. Hope so you like it. If you have any query you can ask me. Okay, so now I'm ending this session, and see you with the tomorrow session. Okay, I know this session is on the every day on the Wednesday, but due to some technical issue I'm taking this session today, and again as usual as Saturday, every Wednesday and Saturday I'm live. Wednesday and Saturday I'm live in the channel. Okay, so tomorrow again we will meet with the new question. Then hope so you are enjoying this question and you understand the concept behind of that. Okay, thank you so much.